Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class of biology on the fascinating world of biology. Throughout this course, we will learn about mammalian digestive system. Here we will improve our reading skills. Now we discuss about mammalian digestive system. The mammalian digestive system. The mammalian digestive system is well developed. It contains of the gut or alimentary canal and the glands associated with it. The gut is like a tube that extends from the mouth to the anus, with most of its length coiled in the abdomen or abdominal cavity. Glands. A gland is a cell, a tissue, or an organ that secretes a chemical substance. For example, salivary glands secrete saliva. Look at this diagram to understand the mammalian digestive system. Here is salivary duct, mouth, tongue. Here is a salivary gland presence, and this tube is called epiglottis, and behind the salivary duct is salivary glands, and this is buccal cavity, mouth, pharynx, and these large tube are called esophagus is also called food duct, thorax. Here we look at the internal structures, anatomy of digestive system. Here is in the right side liver is present. These green structures are called gallbladder and diaphragm. The upper part of liver and stomach is called diaphragm. That is a balloon-like structure is called stomach, and beneath the stomach spleen and pyloric sphincter is present at the end of stomach, and beneath the stomach is pancreas is present, and here is the small intestine is called duodenum, pancreatic duct, that's a pancreas, and here is pancreatic duct. This part of large intestine is called colon, and inside the structure is called duodenum. Here is ileum, cecum, appendix, and that's the parts of appendix. And here is the last one part of rectum and anus. The human digestive system. The human digestive system contained in abdominal cavity. Look at this diagram and try to understand the complete structures of digestive system of human, so that we understand the process of digestive system. Now let's go further in the detail. The mouth and the buccal cavity. Food enters the body through the mouth, which leads into the buccal cavity. In the mouth there are teeth, Chewing actions of the teeth breaks down large pieces of food into smaller pieces. These increase the surface area of volume ratio of the food so enzyme can act on it more efficiently. Salivary glands these secrete saliva into the mouth. Saliva flows into the buccal cavity via tubes called ducts. Tongue. The tongue helps to mix the food with saliva. Taste buds on the tongue help you to identify and select suitable foods. What happens when you swallow? Place your fingers against your larynx voice box. Swallow your saliva. What happens to your throat? Account for the movement in your throat. First one part is pharynx. The pharynx is the part of the gut which connects the buccal cavity to the oesophagus and the larynx. Larynx is also called voice box. The pharynx also leads to the trachea windpipe. The larynx has a slit-like opening called the glottis. The trachea leads to the lungs. Both food and air must pass through the pharynx when they enter the body. Normally, air passes into the trachea while food passes into the esophagus. However, during swallowing, food could pass into the trachea instead of the esophagus. A piece of flap-like tissue called the epiglottis usually prevents food from going down route to the wrong way. Going down the wrong way. The epiglottis is above the larynx, just behind the root. The tongue during swallowing, the larynx moves up and the epiglottis moves downwards so that the pharynx is covered by the epiglottis. No food particle can enter the trachea windpipe. Look at this diagram and understand the process, your structures, anatomy of digestive system. Let's say buccal cavity area, tongue. Here as epiglottis is present. Here are glottis, trachea, windpipe, and behind the windpipe, digestive duct is present called esophagus, and these are called larynx, voice box, vertebra, pharynx. These duct are called pharynx. During breathing, the larynx is lowered and the glottis is open. Food mass. Food is entered through the mouth into the esophagus. Food mass. During swallowing, the larynx is raised and the glottis is covered by the epiglottis. Oh, she was so mad. Oh, why is possible to choke if you eat and talk at the same time? Think about what would happen if you tried to breathe and swallow food at the same time. And now we discuss the process of the food duct esophagus. The esophagus or gut is a narrow muscle tube. It passes through the thorax, chest, and the diaphragm to join the stomach. The diaphragm is a sheet of muscles which separates the thorax from the abdomen. It plays a part in the respiration. Look at this diagram: esophagus, thorax, chest, diaphragm, upper part of diaphragm, location of the esophagus. The wall of the esophagus is made up of two layers of muscles. These muscles are present along the gut from the esophagus to the rectum. Two layers of muscles are the longitudinal muscles on the outside of the gut, the circular muscles on the inside of the gut. Both sets of muscles produce long, slow communication. These contractions move food along the gut. Look at this diagram and see the locations of different parts of the digestive ducts, and here is also about to see the different parts of the digestive systems. Esophagus, which start from the mouth and end into the anus, and here we discuss about the process of mouth and the buccal cavity. We see that the food is entered through by mouth and into the buccal cavity, and salivary glands secrete saliva to digest the food particle. And here we discuss the complete system of digestive system in humans: salivary duct, tongue, salivary gland, epiglottis. All parts are present here to understand the digestive system of the human. I hope this lecture is very useful to you, and here we will improve our reading skill. Thank you for listening my lectures. We will meet in our next time. Thank you so much.